Once upon a time, there was a girl named Sarah who had a best friend named Emily. They had been friends since they were little, sharing secrets, dreams, and countless adventures together. Sarah trusted Emily completely and considered her to be like a sister. One day, Sarah noticed that Emily had been acting strangely. She seemed distant and preoccupied, and Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. When Sarah asked Emily what was bothering her, Emily brushed it off and assured Sarah that everything was fine. But as time went on, Sarah began to suspect that Emily was keeping something from her. She noticed Emily whispering with other friends and avoiding spending time with her. Sarah felt hurt and confused by Emily's behavior, wondering what she had done wrong to deserve such treatment. Finally, one day, Sarah overheard a conversation between Emily and another friend that confirmed her suspicions. Emily had been spreading rumors about Sarah behind her back, telling lies and betraying her trust. Sarah was devastated to learn that her best friend had been deceiving her all along. Feeling hurt and betrayed, Sarah confronted Emily about her actions. Emily initially denied everything, but when faced with the evidence, she finally admitted to spreading the rumors. She apologized to Sarah, but the damage had already been done. Sarah felt a mix of emotions: anger, sadness, and betrayal. She couldn't understand why Emily would do such a thing to her, especially after all they had been through together. Sarah realized that their friendship would never be the same again. Despite Emily's apologies, Sarah knew that she could no longer trust her former friend. She decided to distance herself from Emily and focus on rebuilding her own life without someone who had betrayed her trust so deeply. Over time, Sarah found solace in the support of her other friends and family members. She realized that true friendship was built on honesty, loyalty, and mutual respect, qualities that Emily had shown herself to lack. As Sarah moved on from the betrayal, she learned valuable lessons about trust, forgiveness, and the importance of surrounding herself with people who genuinely cared about her well-being. Though the pain of Emily's betrayal would always linger, Sarah knew that she would emerge stronger and wiser from the experience. In the end, Sarah realized that she didn't need someone like Emily in her life. She was better off without someone who could so callously betray her trust. And though the memory of the betrayal would always be a part of her, Sarah knew that she would rise above it and find happiness in the genuine friendships that she cherished. As Sarah navigated through the aftermath of Emily's betrayal, she found herself grappling with a whirlwind of emotions. The hurt and anger lingered, but beneath it all was a profound sense of sadness for the loss of a friendship she had once treasured. Despite her pain, Sarah knew she couldn't let Emily's betrayal define her. She resolved to focus on healing and moving forward with her life, surrounding herself with positive influences and meaningful relationships. In the days that followed, Sarah found solace in the support of her family and true friends who stood by her side through thick and thin. Their unwavering love and encouragement helped lift her spirits and reminded her that she was not alone in her struggle. Sarah also turned to activities that brought her joy and fulfillment, such as spending time outdoors, pursuing her hobbies, and immersing herself in creative projects. These distractions provided a much-needed respite from the turmoil in her heart and allowed her to rediscover her sense of self-worth and purpose. As time passed, Sarah began to gradually let go of the pain and resentment she harbored towards Emily. She realized that holding on to negative emotions would only weigh her down and prevent her from fully embracing the future. In a moment of clarity, Sarah came to understand that forgiveness wasn't about condoning Emily's actions or excusing her behavior. It was about freeing herself from the burden of anger and resentment. By releasing the grip of bitterness, Sarah could finally find peace within herself. With a newfound sense of liberation, Sarah made the decision to forgive Emily. It wasn't easy, and the wounds of betrayal still stung, but Sarah knew that forgiveness was the key to her own healing and growth. In a heartfelt letter to Emily, Sarah expressed her forgiveness and explained her decision to move forward without holding on to grudges. She wished Emily well in her own journey and hoped that they could both find happiness and fulfillment apart from each other. Though Sarah didn't expect a response from Emily, she felt a sense of closure knowing that she had taken the first step towards letting go of the past and embracing the possibilities of the future. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Sarah found herself gradually reclaiming her sense of self and rediscovering the joy and beauty in life. She learned valuable lessons about resilience, compassion, and the power of forgiveness, a journey that ultimately led her to a place of peace and acceptance. And though the memory of Emily's betrayal would always linger in the back of her mind, Sarah knew that she had emerged stronger and wiser from the experience. With a heart full of gratitude for the lessons learned along the way, Sarah looked ahead to the future with hope and optimism, ready to embrace whatever challenges and adventures lay ahead. As Sarah continued to move forward with her life, she found herself gradually rebuilding her trust in others and forming new connections. She discovered the importance of surrounding herself with people who uplifted and supported her, rather than those who brought negativity and drama into her life. Through her experiences with Emily, Sarah gained a deeper understanding of the complexities of human relationships. She learned to be more discerning in choosing her friends, prioritizing qualities such as honesty, loyalty, and integrity above all else. Sarah also realized the importance of setting boundaries and speaking up for herself when faced with situations that made her uncomfortable or compromised her values. She vowed to never again allow anyone to mistreat or betray her trust, knowing that she deserved to be treated with respect and kindness. In the months that followed, Sarah found herself embracing new opportunities for growth and self-discovery. She pursued her passions with renewed vigor, whether it was through her studies, her hobbies, or her volunteer work in the community. Through it all, Sarah remained grateful for the lessons she had learned from her friendship with Emily. She understood that sometimes the greatest challenges in life were also the greatest teachers, guiding us towards greater wisdom, resilience, and compassion. As Sarah reflected on her journey, she realized that forgiveness wasn't just about letting go of the past. It was also about freeing herself from the chains of bitterness and resentment that held her back from fully embracing the present moment. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit renewed, Sarah looked ahead to the future with optimism and hope. She knew that her experiences with Emily had shaped her into the person she was today, and she was determined to continue growing, learning, and evolving with each new chapter of her life. And though the memory of Emily's betrayal would always be a part of her story, Sarah knew that it no longer defined her. She had emerged from the experience stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before, ready to embrace whatever adventures life had in store. As Sarah continued her journey of self-discovery and personal growth, she found herself drawn to new experiences and opportunities for learning. She sought out new friendships with people who shared her values and passions, forming deep connections based on mutual respect and trust. One of Sarah's newfound interests was volunteering with organizations that supported causes close to her heart. She dedicated her time and energy to helping those in need, whether it was by serving meals at a local soup kitchen, volunteering at an animal shelter, or participating in environmental cleanup efforts. Through her volunteer work, Sarah found a sense of purpose and fulfillment that enriched her life in ways she never imagined. She discovered the power of giving back to her community and making a positive impact on the world around her. In addition to her volunteer work, Sarah also pursued her academic and career goals with determination and passion. She enrolled in courses that challenged and inspired her, seeking to expand her knowledge and skills in fields that interested her. As she delved deeper into her studies, Sarah found herself drawn to subjects that explored the complexities of human behavior and relationships. She became fascinated by psychology, sociology, and other disciplines that shed light on the intricacies of the human experience. Through her studies, Sarah gained valuable insights into the dynamics of friendship, trust, and forgiveness. She learned about the importance of communication, empathy, and understanding in maintaining healthy relationships, and she applied these lessons to her own life with newfound wisdom and clarity. As Sarah continued to grow and evolve, she found herself embracing a more mindful and intentional approach to life. She made a conscious effort to live in the present moment, savoring each experience and cherishing the connections she shared with others. Though the memory of Emily's betrayal would always linger in the back of her mind, Sarah no longer allowed it to define her. She had moved past the hurt and anger, choosing instead to focus on the beauty and abundance that surrounded her. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit of resilience, Sarah looked ahead to the future with optimism and confidence. She knew that she was capable of overcoming any challenge that came her way, armed with the lessons learned from her experiences and the strength of her own inner wisdom. And as she embraced the journey ahead, Sarah knew that she was living her life authentically, true to herself and guided by the values that mattered most to her. With each step she took, she was creating a life filled with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment, a life that reflected the best version of herself. As Sarah continued on her path of personal growth and self-discovery, she found herself drawn to explore new horizons and embark on exciting adventures. She yearned to broaden her perspective and immerse herself in different cultures, languages, and landscapes. Driven by her thirst for exploration, Sarah made plans to travel to destinations far and wide, eager to experience the richness and diversity of the world firsthand. She longed to connect with people from different backgrounds and learn from their stories, traditions, and perspectives. Sarah's first destination was a solo journey to the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan. She was captivated by the city's vibrant energy, futuristic skyline, and rich cultural heritage. She wandered through ancient temples, sampled delicious street food, and marveled at the cherry blossoms in bloom. With her camera in hand, Sarah captured the unique beauty and timeless allure of Tokyo, preserving the memories of her unforgettable adventure. From Tokyo, Sarah ventured to the serene landscapes of Kyoto, where she explored tranquil gardens, majestic bamboo forests, and historic tea houses. She participated in traditional tea ceremonies, donned a kimono for a day, and watched the sunset over the iconic Arashiyama bamboo grove. With each step she took, Sarah felt a profound sense of gratitude for the opportunity to experience the beauty and tranquility of Japan's ancient capital. Next, Sarah traveled to the sun-drenched shores of Santorini, Greece, where she was mesmerized by the island's whitewashed buildings, crystal-clear waters, and breathtaking sunsets. She explored quaint villages, hiked along rugged coastlines, and savored the flavors of Greek cuisine. With her camera, Sarah captured the enchanting beauty and romantic charm of Santorini, immortalizing the memories of her idyllic island getaway. From Greece, Sarah's journey took her to the majestic landscapes of New Zealand, where she embarked on a road trip through the country's stunning North and South Islands. She marveled at snow-capped mountains, pristine lakes, and verdant forests as she traversed the rugged terrain. Along the way, she encountered friendly locals, indulged in adrenaline-pumping adventures, and slept under the stars in remote wilderness campsites. With her camera, Sarah captured the awe-inspiring beauty and untamed wilderness of New Zealand, forever etching the memories of her epic road trip into her heart. As Sarah continued to explore the world, she discovered new passions, made lifelong memories, and forged meaningful connections with people from all walks of life. With each new adventure, she felt a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation for the beauty and diversity of the world around her. And as she looked ahead to her next journey, Sarah knew that the possibilities were endless, filled with endless opportunities for discovery, growth, and adventure. As Sarah's journey through Vietnam continued, she couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that something was amiss. Despite the breathtaking landscapes and warm hospitality she encountered, a cloud of doubt lingered in her mind. She couldn't help but wonder if her boyfriend, Mark, was being completely honest with her. Sarah and Mark had been together for years, and their relationship had weathered its fair share of challenges. But lately, Sarah noticed subtle changes in Mark's behavior, secretive phone calls, late nights at work, and unexplained absences. She tried to dismiss her suspicions, but deep down, she couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. One evening, while scrolling through her social media feed, Sarah stumbled upon a photo that stopped her in her tracks. It was a picture of Mark, arm in arm with another woman, smiling at the camera as if nothing was amiss. Sarah's heart sank as she realized the truth. Mark had been cheating on her. Feeling a mix of shock, anger, and betrayal, Sarah confronted Mark about the photo. At first, he denied everything, insisting that it was a misunderstanding. But when Sarah showed him the evidence, he finally confessed to his infidelity, admitting that he had been seeing someone else behind her back. The revelation shattered Sarah's world. She felt as though the ground had been ripped out from beneath her feet, leaving her adrift in a sea of uncertainty and pain. How could Mark, the man she loved and trusted, betray her in such a callous manner? As the truth sank in, Sarah realized that she couldn't stay with someone who had so blatantly disregarded her feelings and broken her trust. With a heavy heart, she made the difficult decision to end her relationship with Mark, knowing that she deserved better than to be treated with such disrespect. In the days that followed, Sarah leaned on her friends and family for support, finding solace in their love and encouragement. She poured herself into her work and hobbies, seeking distraction from the pain of her broken heart. And though the wounds of betrayal would take time to heal, Sarah knew that she was strong enough to rebuild her life and find happiness on her own terms. As she looked ahead to the future, Sarah felt a sense of empowerment and liberation. She realized that she didn't need a man to define her worth or validate her happiness. She was capable of standing on her own 2 feet, pursuing her dreams, and creating a life filled with love, joy, and fulfillment. Though the memory of Mark's betrayal would always linger in the back of her mind, Sarah knew that she was stronger because of it. She had learned valuable lessons about trust, resilience, and the importance of staying true to herself. And as she embraced the journey ahead, she knew that the best was yet to come. As Sarah continued to rebuild her life in the wake of Mark's betrayal, she found herself rediscovering the things that truly brought her joy and fulfillment. She delved deeper into her passions and interests, immersing herself in activities that nourished her soul and ignited her spirit. One of Sarah's greatest sources of solace was her love for nature. She found solace in spending time outdoors, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the natural world. Whether it was taking leisurely walks through the local park, hiking along scenic trails, or simply sitting beneath a canopy of trees, Sarah found a sense of peace and serenity in nature's embrace. Sarah also found solace in creative expression. She turned to writing as a form of catharsis, pouring her thoughts and emotions onto the page with honesty and vulnerability. Through her words, Sarah found healing and release, transforming her pain into poetry and prose that spoke to the depths of her soul. In addition to writing, Sarah also rediscovered her love for art and music. She spent hours lost in the strokes of her paintbrush, creating vibrant and expressive works of art that reflected her innermost thoughts and feelings. She also found solace in music, losing herself in the melodies and rhythms that resonated with her heart. As Sarah immersed herself in her passions, she found herself surrounded by a community of like-minded individuals who shared her interests and supported her on her journey of healing and self-discovery. She forged deep connections with fellow artists, writers, and nature enthusiasts, finding strength and inspiration in their shared experiences and perspectives. Through her newfound sense of purpose and connection, Sarah began to rebuild her life with renewed vigor and determination. She embraced new opportunities for growth and exploration, seizing each day as an opportunity to create the life she truly desired. With each step forward, Sarah felt herself becoming stronger, more resilient, and more empowered than ever before. She knew that the road ahead would not always be easy, but she faced it with courage, grace, and an unwavering belief in herself. As Sarah looked towards the future, she felt a sense of hope and excitement for the possibilities that lay ahead. She knew that her journey of healing and self-discovery was far from over, but she also knew that she was more than capable of overcoming any obstacle that came her way. With each passing day, Sarah's spirit soared higher, her heart more open, her soul more radiant. And as she embraced the beauty and abundance of life, she knew that she was finally free to create the happiness and fulfillment she had always dreamed of.